There's Jeff. About a dozen times. There you go. I just knew that you would be more likely to reach out and find it. All right, Jeff, here you go. Grasp strongly there. And if you have your thumb actually on the rest of the controller too, it helps a little bit. Let me just get you configured here, and let me put on headphones actually. 1 second. Set your camera down. Headphones on here. And I will hit. There you go. Go at it. So this one's fairly straightforward. You actually have quite a bit of range of motion, so you can actually swing it quite a ways. You shouldn't be afraid of hitting the table. You're pretty far away from it now. One of the great things about this is that you have really, really wide range of motion. So especially for this one, you can use really large motions to throw the ball. In fact, you need some really large motions to throw it pretty far. And this is the best one, the gravity gun. Half-Life style. You can kind of fling them around. It's fun to release them and catch them again. Just toss them really quickly in the air and then catch them again. Nice. All right, let me grab the controller from you. And then feel free to take off headphones first. So, oh, watch headphones. There you go.
Yeah. Here with Realm software, just demoing the software there. So see how it goes. All right.
If you hold your arms out like this, you'll see how the force level goes up too.
Yeah, your brain actually takes So I like this stuff because this is the step. So
That's it.
Yeah, you guys aren't anywhere near.
Yeah, that's
all
it.
That's it.
I know they can be solved. They've already been solved.
Just you get your point.
Yeah.
You should just do that. You will smoke.
You can come down. My question is,
It's like real life song.
So I'm looking at the next stuff. I'm looking at hand and quicker motion because I don't understand why you all of this. Yeah, I don't get it. You've got a fighting game, right? You can do drop the ball. You can put this because you can measure the force.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and you can simulate pitching. Absolutely. I mean, I drive on the wrong street.
Hey, how are you? Good, you? Okay.
Very interesting
How's
software.
everything?
I didn't do too well, but
Nice to meet you.
I didn't put enough force.
Where are you from? I'm French.
French.
This is interesting part where the gaming industry is going.
Company based out of France or?
No, we're
It's definitely like
Sydney.
enjoy this.
Oh, excellent.
in every language, so everybody can, you know, just have fun in their own culture. And so we guys have a lot of work to do. Yeah.
Yeah, go. So this is CityEngine. It's one of our softwares. We're a big geospatial company. So what we can do is actually take a lot of geospatial data, fake or real, and actually 3D enable it. So what you have here are actually streets that are sketched. You can actually sketch out streets here, and what it does is give you a great starting point to apply some procedural rules, and that's what you see here. So it's writing a rule in CityEngine that gives you the modeling power. Otherwise you'd be doing it by hand in Maya, right, or 3D Max. So you take all those operations you would do in 3D Max and you would script it so that you can apply it to a very large data set that, again, is either real or fake. We a lot of times build real cities. So if I hit generate, you see the script will run and the polygon count starts to rise. So the power is in the script, and this particular script is giving you a medieval city. So if we jump in here, I mean, you can see it gives you a street on the street, sidewalks on the sidewalks, and some buildings on these parcels. So again, it's generating it from that original parcel. And so this one here, it's completely generated. There's no assets in here. Maybe the chickens are an asset or the bench. But what you can do is start controlling LOD and defining what LOD is by doing more operations in the script. So as I, change this parameter here, again, all these parameters are all set by you in the script. So determining what you need in terms of modeling, like if I need to always be able to adjust the number of floors, then you're able to do that. And then you can, have your LODs controlled, and if I can go in here and switch all of them to high LOD, you can see it's going to regenerate it, and the polygon count starts going up from 500,000 to 800,000. So then I can take all that content, or just select the building and export it to, we can actually export it to WebGL if you want to share it amongst your colleagues, like through the browser. Or you can just use OBJ or FBX. Typically, if we go to like Unity or Unreal, they can't handle much more than like 1 million polygons. So we can set memory budgets. We can say, give me 1 gigabyte FBX files, and they just piece together. You can export the terrain as like a mesh, and you can merge mesh by material, so all the stone faces are all one merged mesh in the FBX file. If it's real data, it's important to center your model on what you have selected. So here it's still centering it on the origin. But if you're using real data, the origin of the world is off the coast of Africa, so if you're making somewhere in Europe, it's going to be way out of
way out of context.
So it's important to keep those three the same. If you're exporting multiple layers, they piece together properly. And so yeah, in Unity, I mean, I can just open it up. This is one of our favela examples. So it comes across flawlessly. You can just have these gigantic worlds. And I didn't mention, but because this is script-based, you can actually wildcard a lot of the assets that you're using, like the textures and the different splitting methods. So I can update the random seed and just get millions and millions of iterations of that same medieval building.
And how high detail can you get each of the single assets, I should say?
Yeah, the higher the number of operations, the higher the level of detail. I mean, if you're using UV layers, and you can add in your bump maps into the script. But the more operations that you program into the rule script, the higher detail your model.
Awesome demo.
Yeah, thanks.
So right there in place, and next. And now it's rigging this up. It's actually setting up all the bones in place for me. It's actually setting up all the weights. And it's taking out the processes that I don't want to waste my time on. Like weighting a character, it's one of those things that people oftentimes feel, this should be done for you. And this is one of those situations that Mixamo just absolutely excels at, is weighting your character for you. We're talking very closely with Mixamo right now about ways we can improve this exchange back and forth with Modo, because we also have excellent rigging tools, but we want to be able to borrow some of this wonderful technology so people can just focus on being an artist and not having to focus on being a technician, and bring that information back into Modo and just get started tweaking and tuning the character that you've been developing. All right, so it looks like, just like the past presentation, since we're actually doing a demo, it's going to take the full 2 minutes to rig our character. But the test that I did before was rather rapid, rather fast, and it's certainly going to be a lot faster than the days or couple of days that it's going to take you to actually manually rig up a character. And so one other thing that we have in Modo that can facilitate the usage of Mixamo is we added retargeting in version 8.01. So any of the preset mocap data animations that they have on Mixamo can be sent back over, applied to an existing rig, so you can transfer it to a rig that actually has a proper control structure. All right, so there we go. It looks absolutely beautiful. And it's one of these situations where when I look at this, like I said, I'm almost slightly depressed because now I feel like I wasted my time learning how to rig. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit finish. And now we'll just go ahead and hop on over to, I don't want to download my character yet, I want to animate my character. Let's apply animations. And so, what animation do we want? I think we should go with Gangnam Style. Absolutely. Because, I don't know, a superhero is definitely going to look kind of like, it's definitely going to probably do Gangnam Style dance. All right, that's looking excellent. And look at those deformations. The one that blew my mind above all else are the shoulder deformations. They're absolutely freaking incredible. And so let me just go ahead and save this on out. Actually download the entire model. And so download, we have the correct information format with FBX, and download this. And we can also do key reduction, so if we want to come back. Oh, okay. Okay, beautiful. One of the things you can do is use keyframe reduction to go back into Modo and have a refined animation so you don't actually have to spend your time going back there and removing keys. You can continue the animation process, refining and tweaking and tuning, which really the most important part of any of these processes are the iterations. And this is what it's reducing for you, are the iterations. And so let's go ahead and show this in my folder. All right, we have this right down in downloads. I'll come back into Modo. I'll create another scene, even though I have multiple scenes open right now. And I'm going to go ahead and open this scene on up from downloads. Go ahead and navigate down to my Gangnam Style, which I have 2 of them already in place. Yeah, go ahead and pull everything in Modo. Thank you. We don't have to make any changes because we play nicely with Mixamo. So now that this is all loaded up, I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to the Setup tab, which is where we do all our rigging tasks. And very quickly, I just want to zoom in and take a look at the actual pose. Look at those shoulder deformations. Those are absolutely beautiful. And if I just go ahead and hit the play button, now we have our Gangnam Style dance over in Modo. Our character looks absolutely gorgeous. I can go ahead and pause my animation, go ahead and launch our preview render, and take a look at how our character actually looks inside of the render. And our progressive render, our preview render, is just insanely fast, insanely versatile. So Modo with Mixamo really is a streamlining experience that I highly suggest you give a try. Go on to Mixamo today, get a free account, download the Gangnam Style or something else better, and just kind of experience how well this works with your characters. Thank you guys so much for putting up with the technical difficulties.
So we're here at GDC, and guess what I found? That's right, everyone. We're at an old Atari booth. There's some people playing games in the back, and just really a lot of big Atari collectibles, patches, stickers, old consoles. It's the works down here. I mean, oh, Road Through GDC is pretty great, guys. Pretty great.